Welcome to Follow Sport TV, a program presented by the Zimbabwe Theatre Academy, where we talk everything theatre, from plays, from practitioners, from writers, actors, producers, spaces, policies, everything that involves theatre in Zimbabwe and the African region. That's what we have. And today we have got another very special guest who have walked in the path of creating a conducive environment for a lot of young people and our communities to start creating creative work and winning awards. Welcome to the program, Mr. Matesu.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've known you for quite some time. I've heard about you. I've seen some of your work. But where did this all start?
Well, it started here in Bulawayo. I grew up in Bulawayo in a high-density suburb called Dube. Yeah, most people know it. So I went to primary school in the same suburb. That's where we started the arts activities, acting while we were children, and dancing at school. You've become such a household name. We cannot talk of theatre or creative without mentioning your name. But within theatre, what do you think you really specialize in? Is it like, I know you're a director of Umkati now, Yes.
but is your strength more in writing, directing, acting, or administering the theatre?
I would say directing and administrating the theatre. Yeah. Mostly administrating, yes. Yeah.
So if you look at some of the groups in Zimbabwe, I know you're also part of ZATSIP, you've been part of these other organizations.
Yes.
What do you think needs to be done in terms of administering our groups or theatre organizations in Zimbabwe?
I think what we need is working well with other people and be truthful in what we do. Working as a team, that ensemble type of work, where everyone feels at home and everyone contributes to what we're doing. The problem mostly I've realized that is, I can say leaders of groups lie a lot to members, you see. So they are not truthful of what is going on, and the members find that the road is tough, then they just fall away.
But tell us about Umkati. I think Zimbabweans, within the creative industry, I know you can't mention of groups and organizations and not mention yours. When did it start? Who started it? And why, maybe?
Well, Umkati Theatre Works is a multidiscipline performing arts ensemble based in Bulawayo. The group was started in 1997. I remember it was 5 or 7 of us, I can't remember. It's 25 years now. So we started this group because some of us were involved in a group called Young Warriors Theatre Company. It was led by the late Norman Takawira. Yes, may his soul rest in peace. So we were trained in theatre. Then when Norman moved to Harare, to ZATSIP, we were left with nothing to do. But we said, gentlemen, we were trained in our state, Zimbabwe, Young Warriors Theatre Company, we can do something ourselves. That's when we came up with the idea of Umkati Theatre Works.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. And I know your involvement with ZATSIP. So you started when Norman Takawira was, so you've been part and parcel of ZATSIP, Zimbabwe and also international.
Yes. Yes. Then ZATSIP was vibrant. It used to train people in theatre arts. They used to have a national festival that used to take place in Wange, even Harare, and these provincial festivals. And there were a lot of workshops going on there for training artists in acting, earliest theatre, administration, and so forth. So that's where we got most of our trainings.
And I think that has led to a number of awards that I think Umkati and yourself actually have. But recently, what award? I know you received an award on the National Arts Merit Awards. Which was it?
Yeah, we received outstanding theatrical production, yes, at the Namas for our recent show, Bayetenkos. It's a story about King Lobengula. Yeah.
But what has kept you in this industry for so long?
Passion. Passion has kept me going. And I work with people who also have passion and want to achieve goals. So whilst I push them, they also pull me.
Yeah, push and pull.
Yeah, push and pull. So we go together. Yeah, mostly it's passion for the arts, yes.
No, it's also quite interesting, but maybe there's a youngster out there who probably here in Bulawayo or around Zimbabwe who said, I've heard about Mkati, I've seen your works, but I also want to try, doing theater. What would be your words of encouragement to them?
They must know that theater is not easy. And when we started, there were no colleges that were offering courses in theater or in film. I talked about workshops during our stage, but now they can enroll in a college and get formal training, get graded, get a certificate. That's the way to go, because also the world is changing now. Theater also is evolving. So they need that going to school for theater, unlike just following other people. Yeah.
I know you have quite a number of, let's say, decades in this. When you're practicing and maybe when things change and up to now, what do you think are some of the changes? I know you're speaking about workshops, you're speaking about you guys actually being the force in creating your work. What are some of the things that if you look at now, you say, if all was equal or ideal, I think I would love to see this kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, nowadays theater has changed a lot. We have seen people building sets on stage, nice sets. That's what I want to achieve. Get your good sets, get good lighting for your show and everything that is up to standard. Yeah, like the first world way, how they do it there.
And then who are some of the people that you have worked with? I know, the Bulawayo Arts Festival, if I'm not mistaken, Intwasa Arts Festival.
Intwasa Arts Festival,
I've attended where you're directing the opening night and all the stuff. So who are some of the artists you've worked with within the Zimbabwe theater sector, or you started with?
I've worked with Memory Kumbota. Actually, maybe let me take you back. The first live theater performance by professionals, I saw it done by Eluba Elimnyama when I was at primary school at Helem there. So Memory Kumbota, Patrick Mapena, and the other Eluba guys were on stage in that show. So I'm proud to have worked with Memory Kumbota. I've worked with Patrick Mapena. I've done a show by Konti Mhlanga, Stitcher, which I did with Slang Jojo. I've worked with Louis Mhlanga. I've worked with the Bambelela Arts, Kumblan Mate, Joshua Ndlovu. We're together at Young Warriors. He's at Bambelela. I've worked with Witness, Tabaruisa, Raised on Baya. We've been doing film together. All lots of guys. Yeah. I
know you mentioned Stitcher, and we've heard it. A lot of people talking about this show. Like, wow, one of my best shows that I've seen. How was it being part of this? And what was it about?
It was about a girl whose parents didn't want her to do the arts. So, but the girl ended up doing well and going overseas with the arts production that she did called Stitcher.
So who directed it?
It was written by Konti Mhlanga and he directed it. So we did another show another version of Stitcher with Slangodlodlo, Formal Formakosi Theatre.
And with some of the shows, I think we might have spoken about it. Which are some of the shows that still stand out for you? And the actors maybe, or directors, to say, I think in Zimbabwe or world over, you know what, I went to Netherlands and I watched this show. I think this director was quite amazing to me.
Yeah, Konti Mhlanga was amazing. Yeah, his directing was top notch. I liked his show called Double Up. Yeah, there is another one, but called Nancy Lendota. I watched it, but the director then was it was directed by Stix Mhlanga, his brother.
No, thank you so much. I mean, this is some of the information that people don't know about you. You know, Umkati and Matesu Dube.
Yeah.
But the journey that you have walked, you know, we might not know it. But probably as we conclude this first episode with you, what are some of the things that you would want to share with theatre artists, with young people you've spoken about, maybe those that want to start, and even probably the people in position of authority, that this is, I would want to say this.
One thing that I want to emphasize is starting the field that you're doing. Like if you are into theatre, start the theatre. I'm at school now, I'm studying film at Lupane State University. So I've found out that as a person who's been in the industry for a long time, our thinking is different from what is at the university there. We think differently, and but we need to get the two somewhere. We need to meet somewhere with the university, and not only going to university. You can start on YouTube nowadays. You can do online lessons just to improve yourselves. Then please consider the arts. We need your support. We need infrastructure. We can rehearse here at Machobane Hall, and then when we need to put up a show, we need to take it to a proper theatre. We have only one proper theatre here in Bulawayo, and it's very old. And to use that theatre, it costs money. Yeah, a lot of money. So our work is not improving there because we are rehearsing on a makeshift rehearsal room, then going to perform somewhere where we don't have time, like to rehearse for 2 or 3 days, so that we get used to the space. Yeah, so we need support and infrastructure.
So I think you've heard it, that if you've decided to come into theatre or film, please go and study your art however you define studying, so that you understand what is required of you, plus your talent and passion. And those that are in authority, we have heard that there's a lot of infrastructure that is needed for a theatre play to go. We need a proper theatre with lights, with sounds, with comfortable seats for the patrons to come and watch and probably pay for them. So thank you so much for watching Follow Sport TV, where we had director Matesu Dube, who is also the director of Umkati Theatre Works on this program. Feel free to also follow us on the details that are coming up on your screen. And thank you so much for your time and the knowledge that you have just shared with us.
Thank you so much.
No, we really appreciate it.